Get in, nerds, for playing Victoria 3. Let me first, before we do anything, check out our taxation capacity situation. We're still actually kind of low in some of these areas, which is a surprise to me, because I thought we fixed out a bunch of that. So let's go ahead and get that queued in. I'm going to put 2 in a lot of these areas that are short just by a little bit, because I want to have a buffer. We'll do 4 here. I overclicked. We're going with it. So where else? Where else are we close? Burgundy, we're close. Alsace-Lorraine, we're close. North Rhine, we're close. Lorraine, we're not as close as we should be. North Rhine, Alsace-Lorraine, Burgundy. North Rhine. Alright, 2 here. 2 here. 2 here. 3. 2 here. And I'm going to put those. I'm just going to queue them in above the Aquitaine coal mine expansion. So that should help with that overall situation. Again, in this episode, our primary goal is to bide our time until we can reconquer Flanders. So we're going to go quickly on that. I think this national supremacy thing is going to go our way eventually. But in order to facilitate that, in order to facilitate that, we're going to go ahead and see if we can't make a little bit of a devil's bargain. We're going to queue in political agitation. And we're going to see how that goes. Oh my gosh, Prussia took that tiny bit of the Ottoman Empire. That's funny. Another uprising in Africa. Not a problem. Our smallest armies to go and deal with it. Great Britain is also conquering countries down there. Law proposal causes uproar in Tamil communities. Claiming the enactment of proportional taxation would affect the country's Tamil inhabitants in a disproportionately negative way, Tamil firebrands have riled their communities against the current law proposal. Give them a finger and they will cry for an arm. Give them an arm and before you know it, they will weaponize the arm, batter you all to death with it, and pilfer your corpses for even more concessions. And their thoughts concern us how? Force the issue through. That gives us increased enactment chance, but a bureaucracy penalty due to protests and Tamil pops becoming more radical. Next token amends, that gives just a small number of radicals, and acknowledge and address the concerns that reduces the enactment chance. So we're going to go with the first one. 10% more enactment chance, that's going to bring us up to 29%. And that's going to be worth it. Where are the British fighting? Mambetu. I don't know who that is. Ah, this country here. One more colony we can establish. Continue to take territory there. Railways in Munster are getting built. Paper mills in Munster are getting built. Steel mills are a process, but it's going. Bangala uprising. Very good. I'm going to throw another consumption tax on there. And let's grab ourselves couple of smaller armies. Put those in Africa. Go ahead and get that going. Alright, so the industrialists are trying to preserve per capita taxation, but the stall chance isn't too high, which is good. I've been talking a long time tonight. And we have an agitator. A social democrat. Will not start or join a political movement. Well, that's just fine. There's yet another war in Italy as Sardinia-Piedmont goes into a revolution. This means there are 3 total Sardinia-Piedmonts now, but one of them is the war with Cuba. Excellent, we're on voting already. To greener grounds. Satisfied with the state of politics in the French Empire and eyeing new opportunities for agitation abroad, Jean Jaurès has declared his intentions to leave the country, wishing its current custodians the best of luck in the years to come. Friends, what we've achieved here in the French Empire is nothing less than astounding. The social democratic cause is the French Empire's cause, and our labors and our results serves as proof of just that. But in the celebration of our fortunes, we should not forget those abroad whose social democratic aspirations are still but a faint hope, struggling under the boots of our enemies. As long as their cause remains, so does mine. I cannot in good conscience rest on my laurels in the French Empire, ignoring their cries for justice. Farewell, Jaurès. May your ideas find ready ears abroad. The end of history? That's fun. I get a little extra authority out of that. That's excellent. You gonna play? No? Alright, we'll go on. Infantry's down to 17. We're gonna get a lot grabbing the rest of Flanders, but we have to. That's our territory, and we've got to get it back. There's the other little war in Africa. Again, should not be a problem. Nothing's going so fast. I'm just going to queue in colonization rights so that I can go over and turn those wars into peace treaties if I get the chance. We've completed our development in Munster except for the steel mills. Doing well for infrastructure. Workplace safety is up to 2. And we're doing well overall. Let's look at... We've actually got a lot of loyalists here now, so that's good. Flemish mass migration, that's also good. Yeah, a lot of these interest groups are like a 5th loyal, so that's very good. Colonization of Lower Congo has been completed. Backroom deals. Métis mass immigration from Canada. Once on the fence with the issue, the Catholic Church's views on proportional taxation changed overnight. Jules de Guidon names Alexis Bonnet as the architect of the hidden deal. Backroom deals were all too common. Funding for this project, contracts or friends of friends, and a special advisory committee on that endeavor, it's all the same, really. Grease the wheels of Imperium so it all runs a bit smoother. Sometimes, however, one gets the idea to profit from the greased wheels, and then the public catches on. After that, nobody gets what they want. Send word to the presses, tear the corruption out root and stem. This gives us 10% reduced enactment chance, makes the armed forces stronger. Stay focused on the law, 10% chance of reduction in enactment chance. 10% Alexis Bonnet gets interest group attraction, 70%, and then 10% he loses out. And then corruption's a tool like any other. reduced authority, significantly reduced enactment time. But we get a setback. Oof. I'm gonna go with stay focused on the law. Alright, cool. Seems to have gone fine. French colonization rights. Very well. North Italian and South Italian mass migration. Excellent. We are having some pretty significant unemployment right now, but how much are we spending on welfare? A bit. Not too much, though. Shouldn't be a problem. Come on. Perfect. And Bangala has granted us peace. So unfortunately, Great Britain has decided to sign a defensive pact with Flanders. But that's the Mahra peasant revolt. I thought that was the British Republic. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Settle down, settle down. Supporting the Russian workers. We will support the workers in Russia, boosting the power of their trade unions. Maybe we believe in the international cause of the working man, maybe we don't. In the end, it doesn't matter. What matters is the Russian trade unions get stronger. An excellent idea that makes them stronger, but it makes our trade unions stronger. This would be ill-advised, makes our trade unions weaker. I'm going to go with an excellent idea for now. Next is an ultimatum. The Catholic Church have issued a stern ultimatum to Alexis Bonin about towing the party's line on proportional taxation. Alexis Bonin is determined to resist. The matter wedged the caucus, and it was by their own making. Meanwhile, the issue at hand has given way to this fallout. Sheer stubbornness is what fuels it. With pride wagered on this gamble, nothing will proceed without a timely resolution to this. Never interrupt an opponent when they make a mistake. 60% chance of weaken and anger the armed forces. 2% chance of lower stratum pops everywhere. 20% chance that 2% of lower stratum pops everywhere become more radical. 15% chance of increased enactment chance. 5% chance of Alexis Bonin is exiled. Or we welcome any dissidents. This just makes Bonin and the armed forces stronger. I'm gonna go with the second one because I don't. No, I'm gonna go with the first one. I don't mind if Bonin dies. I really hope we don't get those radicals, but it is what it is. We do, and we did. Sadness. What do we have a shortage of? Clippers. I don't care about that. Six weeks left. Plenty of time to get our war started here. In fact, I'm going to wait until Great Britain is at a couple of other wars before I really dig deep into this. These are just small wars in other areas, but it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, excellent. The movement to enact legal guardianship is finished out. March 2nd is when we get started with this situation. Infrastructure shortage in Munster again? We do. Cripes, how does this keep happening? thought we had a huge buffer here. Alright, so where are we with fixing our budget problems? We still have shortages in Guyenne. We need 1 there. Oven de Mazin, we need 6. Aquitaine, we need 1. Champagne, we need 1. Lorraine, we need 3. French Comte, we need 5. I'm overshooting it a little bit, obviously, with this. So let's do the ones we need 1 first. Guyenne, Aquitaine, and Champagne. Just gonna go with 2, 2, 2. And then we got 2 building in Burgundy already. Auvergne-Limousin. We're not building any. We need 5. Let's build 8. Just to make sure we're good to go with it. And then finally, in Franche-Comté, we need realistically 4. Let's build 6. I'm going to queue all of these up to the top. But I'm going to get these railways going as well. We'll do another round of railways after, just to make sure that we got the infrastructure we need to do all the things we want to do. Because a lot of these areas don't have the infrastructure that I wish they would. Alright, that should be fine. How much infamy have we got? 13. It simply is what it is. We've got to get our territory back. No, I think it's conquest. Conquest is the way to go with this. Potentially sway Sweden, but I don't think that's going to help. And then we're going to grab Flanders as well. Make sure we don't... Oh, actually, we've got quite a few areas we can have additional generals going. Let's see. Rhine HQ, we need someone. Let's go with Ferdinand Foch. He's a reformer. Popular commander, persistent, experienced offensive planner. He's quite good, actually. He's an historical character. I don't know what he's famous for, but we'll find out, I suppose. We also have North Africa HQ available. We've got Paul Dassé. He's reserved, stalwart defender, and a nihilist. That's him as well. So, let's put a bunch of strong generals in. Do not make the mistake I made before. I'm going to leave at least one general standing by in each of our home fronts. Here. Alright, and then we've got some fronts overseas that need to be guarded as well. Alright. Wonderful. And unfortunately we are notorious once again, but it is what it is. I'm going to add... They're confident, so I'm actually not going to add this war goal. I can sway Sweden, which could help a little bit. Gambia front. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Actually, there's like a main front in Africa that needs to be handled. Heck. Alright, well, I'm going to send our general from Occitania to that front in Africa. And I'm actually going to activate some conscripts right on now. Go here, here, here. Do I have a general in the North Sea HQ? I don't, but I should. With this guy. To mobilize him. We're going to keep him on defense. And we're going to activate conscripts in Munster. See, what I'm hoping is that Great Britain just doesn't bother to defend Flanders at all, actually, and then we can just kind of grab that territory and be completely fine. So, Sweden will support us if we offer them an obligation. I'm gonna... they only have 40 battalions. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, come on, music player. Temporary embarrassment. I'm gonna do, they should be more realistic this time. I'm still pretty confident in my capacity to do this, and I don't want to cause myself a major financial stress while I'm in the middle of a war. I hope I don't end up regretting that. Prussia sides with Flanders. Prussia abandons Flanders. Wonderful. Just as Jesus intended. Bolt action rifle. Excellent. Go ahead and upgrade the production method for our arms industries. I know I haven't been looking to economic development very much, but it's just... this has been weighing on my mind. It's time. It's time to get what's ours back. Oh, the industrialists broke off. And now the Republican Union is just the intelligentsia and the petite bourgeoisie. Oh, this is very good for us. What an interesting situation. Misplaced moderation. Alexis Bonin has criticized numerous decisions made by the leadership of his own party of order, calling Jules de Guédon excessively cautious and unwilling to address critical issues. I often wonder, looking at the activities that we carry out, specifically those which are most crucial to expanding our pool of supporters, whether de Guédon is authentically aware of or dedicated to their success. Our fundraising is generally acceptable, the coffers of the party are without complaint, and neither are the accountants, but such resources have yet to be mobilized in a way that benefits the common good. And so my thesis is this. What does de Guédon intend, and how best to change his mind on the matter? It would be best to simply do as he wishes. Guédon gets Embarrassed by association, party of order gets 20% momentum. Or make a point of improving the vigor we put forward. Loses 15 popularity. Party of order gets 10% momentum. The party of order being stronger doesn't really help me. So I'll do the second one. There's a world in which it does, but that world has not yet arrived. I don't know to what extent this is going to be a short war, but I'm hoping it will be. Anyway, we'll find out. The countdown to war has begun. We are notorious, but we are going to get back what is ours. Fruitful endorsements. In a gesture of solidarity with the Party of Order, Alexis Bonin has encouraged his supporters to vote for it in the ongoing election. For the interest of all principled people, the Party of Order has a consistent record of excellence. I cannot speak higher of those brave men and women moving the French Empire forwards under their name. He has our thanks. This gives them another 30% momentum. Or this endorsement would best be more specific. This gives them 20% momentum, makes the Catholic Church stronger. Golly, this is bananas. We're gonna have a sweep by the Party of Order for the first time in like 60 years or something. This is wild. I'm gonna go with the second one, and we'll see what kind of effect this has on the election itself. Two arms. So, we've got our armed forces not quite as happy as they could be, but I'm giving them all the money I can give them. It's a shame, really. I would love it if they'd be happier. Steam-powered thresher machines. I'm not going to mess up my... Oh my gosh. So, steam-powered thresher machines lets us get more automation for our farms, but to be honest, the coal cost is really high right now. So we're going to wait on that. We have a radical expansion. The ideas of the Republican Union have been raising interest throughout the country, leading to potential turmoil. Those who profess to favor freedom and yet depreciate agitation are people who want crops without plowing the ground. They want rain without thunder and lightning. They want the ocean without the roar of its many waters. Let me just check where we are with momentum. The Republican Union is orange. They're pretty high momentum. The Democratic Alliance has some. The Party of Order still basically has none. And the FTSF has a lot. Cool, interesting. And they should expand even further. This gives them 20% more momentum. Gives us 2% radical pops in Normandy. They're compromising the unity of the French Empire. This knocks their momentum down. Or someone should convince them to stop. This knocks their momentum down much farther and gives them gives Normandy a bunch more radicals. I'm going to say they should expand even further. Because the Party of Order, there are guys right now. So we're not doing super well in some of these battles here. Vincent de Beaufort, where are you? Your home HQ is the Senegal HQ. So I'm going to do some conscripting. Which HQs are which? Can I? Senegal HQ is over here. Alright, so do conscripts. Conscripts in this area. Cool. And then this guy is Ambroise Dolmont. His home HQ is the France HQ. Alright, so we'll do one more round of conscription in home country. That should provide what we need to win this war. Okay, we're winning thoroughly in Flanders. That's very good. More migration. We've had some convoys sunk. We'll put some fleets on guarding our convoys to make sure that doesn't happen as much. We'll grab a few and we'll put them on convoy reading in various locations. Interesting. Flanders is a communist country. That's wild. A vanguard state. But, hey, there's workplace safety number 3. Excellent. So we're currently, very much winning against them. And if we don't experience continued problems with Britain getting... Oh, heatsink, what is happening? Well, this is Piedmont. Okay, Piedmont is fighting... Excuse me, why is this a front? Why is this a front? Oh my god, Sardinia, Piedmont, and I had a freaking defensive pact. Heck. Alright. How frustrating. That's okay. There's still plenty of time to make this not matter. Let's grab some of our small generals and put them in these locations. Alright, should be fine. Shouldn't be a problem. Continuing to take Flanders back over. Oh, they're actually winning this round, but over here we're pushing forward very far, very fast. I'm glad Prussia decided not to challenge us on this. Put this general we have on this front in Africa on defense. Ambrose Domo, at least for the time being, while he's working on while he's pretty outclassed in terms of overall capacity. And I heard an event. Popular outreach. Alexis Bonin has embarked on a week-long tour of the countryside to spread awareness of the need for proportional taxation amongst the rural folk. Happy it is indeed for me that my heart is capable of feeling the same simple and innocent pleasure as the peasant whose table is covered with food of his own rearing, and who not only enjoys his meal but remembers with delight the happy days and sunny mornings when he planted it, the soft evenings when he watered it, and the pleasure he experienced in watching its daily growth. A noble cause and with luck a popular one, this makes the rural folk happy and gives us 10% increased enactment chance. Or why care for an outsider who offers nothing but words that gives reduced enactment chance and makes Alexis Bonin weaker? I'm going to go with the first one. We're up to 15% enactment chance. Hopefully we can clinch it. The war is ongoing. We are experiencing 2 victories on the battlefield here. Time to reform the government. We're going to pull in the Republican Union. We're going to boot out the armed forces. And that's going to make a fairly legitimate government, all things concerned. If we leave the Social Democrats out, we cannot afford to do that. We need the rural folk in the FTSF. That's okay. It's a big tent party for sure. All right, let's get going here. So that gives us only 7% enactment now. That's odd. Weird. But it is what it is. Oh my gosh, Great Britain has suffered a civil war. Excellent. Yes, excellent. Yes, haha, yes. Why is one of our huge armies over here and not on the main? Well, it is what it is. Now that we've got a significant advantage over here in Africa, let's go ahead and advance. This is excellent. With Great Britain in a civil war, we can basically run wild. In fact, I'm almost sad that it happened right now because we're about to be in, I think, a truce with them. A British proletarian revolt. Or the Piedmont proletarian revolt has popped off. So, our enemies are losing more support at a rate of about 5 per week. We should be able to grab what we need fairly soon. We'll find out. Okay, 82. It's going to take quite a few more weeks before we can get where we want to go. That's okay. Amnesty for dissidents. The intelligentsia have petitioned the government for amnesty for former dissidents abroad. This includes Jean Jaurès, a former associate of theirs, a social democrat. We've long since had the stance that the actions of past administrations have no bearing on the essential nature of the French nation. With this principle in mind, we ask that you grant forgiveness to certain figures who have been exiled overseas in the past, and put these actions behind us once and for all. They deserve a reward for their faithful support. This makes them happy and it brings back Jaurès. Or if we had not exiled him, they would not have supported us at all. This makes the intelligentsia angry. I can afford to make the intelligentsia angry. They're my king's boys, and they'll do what he says. Actually, no, I don't want you on that front. I want you on one of the fronts here in Africa. This one. Great Britain has essentially pulled all its forces back from the African fronts. Temporary embarrassment again. I'm going to go this should be more realistic. This is going to give us a setback, but it's going to reset us to our base value, and that shouldn't be a problem. Multilateral alliances. Excellent. Legislative failures. Sponsor complete rewrite of the bill. Alright, so we're at 12%. It's just the trade unions that want this for now. Can we get, we want, still be another couple of weeks. Oh boy, we're having resource rushes everywhere. This place seems to be most effective. This place seems to be most effective. This place seems to be most effective. This place, oh no, encourage this trend. Oil is the future. Haha, kablam. Get 'em. Great Britain has bailed out of the war. Proposed peace deal. Give me my territory back. Thank you. These areas are apparently unincorporated now. That's a shame. Not sure how that happened, but it is what it is. And with that having been done, I think we're going to just kind of get to the middle of 94 and then put a pin in it, because we've been going a long time. The war's been buck wild. We're now solidly at the top of the food chain of nations. Just gotta get our all of our production methods back to where they're supposed to be. Sorry, this is a bit tedious. How cheap? Well, hold on. Oh boy. A lot of changes to be made here. I don't know what was going on in Flanders before the war, but now that we're back, we've got to fix things up over there. Wherever it wasn't great. At least the production methods have anything to say about it. Okay. So, where are we with coal? Okay, now we're doing much better with coal. Let's get a little bit of automation going on. Oh, nope, not like that. How about the tooling workshops? Let's give a second for the economy to settle. Let me see if we have a truce with Great Britain. We do, unfortunately. That is a shame. Wonderful. Death and taxes. Bernard Bray has suddenly died while drafting legislation for the proportional taxation law. A human being is dead. The body is barely cold, and you speak of passing legislation. Can you not put politics aside so that we can mourn in peace? Let us mourn the loss of a great leader. This gives us increases enactment time, but increases enactment chance. We should honor his dying wish. This reduces enactment time, but also reduces enactment chance. I'm going to go with the first one. It's going to slow us down, but it's also going to make it more likely that this whole situation gets done with. It's so glad to have France united once again. Unfortunately, we've become totally notorious, so we're not going to be able to do much expansion in the immediate future unless we do it somewhere that no one's going to notice, like in Africa, which we are currently doing a bunch of. But for the moment, I'm just going to enjoy basking for the rest of the episode. I'm going to bask in the success of my expansionism in Europe. So I think our next point on the agenda is probably going to be to get the rest of Ireland, and I'm going to improve relations with the United States. I'm going to. Are they rivaling us? They are, but I don't wish to be. So I'm hoping we can get things to a better point over there. Other politics. Interesting. Yes. Alright. That's the end of the episode. We've reunited France. Our enemies have fallen into civil war, being hoisted by their own desire to fight France. Never fight France. Those are the rules which I've just made up. How are we doing in the North African territories? We're still going very slow with our goal of Francifying them, but it is what it is. Got a lot of things still to be done in terms of construction. Building up more railways. Oh, that was what I was going to take a look at. How's our transportation market? It's actually quite good. So I'm going to have our urban centers go to public trams. Did that help? Not sure. But we'll find out, I suppose. With that having been said, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I'll see you all on the other side.